Hi there. My name is Arun Rao. I'm the founder of TTS Coaching. Have you ever wondered how the best companies seem to have the ability to deliver sustained excellence over a long period of time? Even during a recession, they seem to be hardly affected. Wouldn't it be great to learn the secret from them? But before that, here's a story of a typical company. This is a typical organization. The management lays down the vision and the goals. The middle management formulates the plans and controls. And finally, the operators execute. Over time, the top management sets more and more aggressive goals for the organization. The middle management gets overwhelmed by the pressure to achieve these goals. How does one increase revenues and reduce costs at the same time? Aha! We have to look at productivity. Let's ensure that each minute of each employee of each day is spent delivering what they are paid for. This results in Six Sigma black belts putting detailed measurements and controls in place. The frontline managers transfer the pressure onto the operators to start delivering more and more. The result? Profits zoom upwards for the quarter. The company has delivered the quarterly goals. Celebration time. And then slowly things start to unravel a bit. Your employee absenteeism starts going up. They start looking for other opportunities in the job market. Your attrition starts shooting up. Hence, you see a spike in the cost of hiring and training and a drop in productivity. You also see an increase in the number of customer complaints and quality issues. Well, as a result, the obvious happens. Profits of the business start showing a decline for the next subsequent months. The company misses its goals and commitments to the owners and shareholders for the next quarter. You actually set out to create an organization where you want all employees to help each other. The company also should meet its goals. Instead, you now have an organization that has the managers and operators on opposite sides. You now have to invest heavily to set the culture right and get things back on course. When things do start improving, employee retention starts improving, customer complaints go down. All of these things come at the cost of profitability. Once all the other metrics start looking good, the shareholders would like to see you focus on improving profit once again, and the cycle repeats. Now, this is where I would like to ask you to make a choice. Would you like to continue with the pendulum way of working, swinging from one side to another and getting results that pretty much look like this roller coaster in front of you? Or would you like to have a more sane and steady approach to your business? Steady growth, which is sustained over a long period of time. The choice is really yours. If the story so far looks a lot like what your organization has been through, then the next part of this video would surely be of great interest to you. So, really, how does one break the vicious cycle that we just discussed? Let's first begin by looking at where things start to unravel. So, here's the process. The shareholders set their expectations, the senior management puts goals in place, the middle management puts milestones and plans as well as measures and controls in place, and it's the operators who execute and deliver for the clients. And in all this process, what is it that we are really missing? Why do we keep getting stuck in this loop of profitability followed by things unraveling and then going back again? Here, I would like to quote Stephen Covey, who said it best when he spoke about the law of the farm. In a nutshell, he said that how you go about something is even more critical than what you set out to achieve, actually. And in business, this how comprises of people, process, and technology. Now, in today's day and age, process and technology is available out there. It can even be bought at a cost. And hence, it is People, that's the final frontier that an organizing aiming for excellence should really look towards. A company that wants excellence has to have people excellence at its base. And this is where a lot of organizations fall short. Senior leaders talk about the number of hours of training that they do. I have no doubt in my mind that training is the single most powerful investment that any organization can make. So here's a question for you to ponder. Should learning for employees be an event or should it be ongoing? Well, if you answer either of them, you are still right. But I believe that making learning an event as well as ongoing is really the way to go. Learning events are things like training programs, certification, outbound programs, etc. These are great ways to address people specific, development specific issues that come out of your training need identification. But should these events happen once or twice a year? Is that only when learning should happen? If your answer to no, then what are you really doing about it? And this is where the TTS coaching excellence model comes to play. All great organizations first begin with the question of why they exist, their values. What is the larger purpose of their existence than the obvious profit motive? The how then follows. So we believe we need to begin with the why. That's something that all employees of the organization need to know. Only then can they identify with the larger purpose. Once the values are in place, then you need the right kind of skills and behavior for you to deliver. And these skills and behavior are actually determined by the process that you have in place in your organization. When your values, skills, behaviors, and process are all aligned perfectly, that is when your organization achieves sustained excellence. I'm sure by now you're keen to know how we enable this kind of learning culture within your organization. Let's take a look. The who, the what, and the how. We first begin with the senior management. We do a learning values workshop where we arrive at what the senior management agree are the learning values for the company. What values should we have in place in order to create that learning culture? Once that is decided, the next step is putting the right kind of systems in place, understanding what kind of learning systems need to be there. This is followed, obviously, by a skills training for the senior management. After all, they also need to be coaching. In fact, they need to be coaching coaches. So these are two modules that get covered. The outcome of this intervention is the learning values of the organization are in place. You now have systems in place for how learning should happen on a sustained basis. The middle management learns these values and behaviors through training, the ones that have been set by the senior management. The learning systems are also something they understand completely. They also receive the skills of both coaching as well as accepting coaching, because accepting coaching is also a skill. It needs a mindset where you keep yourself open and you don't feel threatened. And this is exactly what we cover in these modules. The outcome here is that the values get embedded in the organization. These are the learning values. Your middle management gets the skills to coach. We have detailed worksheets and metrics in place as to how coaching should happen, how often, when, with whom, how many times, at what time, so on and so forth. And finally, we also have the measure of outcomes in place as a result of these interventions. Coming down to the most important link in the chain, your operators. We also do the learning values and the expected behaviors as a training workshop with them because they need to know the values and also the behaviors expected. We also teach them about the system so that they know what they are in for, how often they would get coached, what is expected from them when they do the coaching. Finally, we also train them on how they should be open to be accepting coaching and not feel threatened by it It's a tool to improve them and not find faults in them. This is what gets covered here. And as a result, your operators become execution experts. They demonstrate the skills and behavior needed to deliver sustained excellence. Now, it's also important, I'm sure, for you to know who are the people behind the scene who make this possible. So, a little about TTS coaching. This is Arun Rao. That's me. I'm a polymer engineer and an MBA in marketing. I'm a certified leadership coach from the Life Coach Certification Group in USA. I have a total work experience of over 24 years in a variety of roles in the corporate sector. I bring to the table a unique blend of teaching and doing. I've been a marketing manager in multiple organizations. I have been a training manager and I have facilitated training for organizations like GTL, First Source, HSBC, ICICI Prudential, Standard Chartered Bank, ICICI Bank, so on and so forth. As the head of operations in First Source, I have managed delivery across 9 centers with over 3,000 people. I'm also an entrepreneur and I work in the area of sustainable energy, which is my passion. Shankara Ramnath, who's part of our panel, is a very senior leader. He holds a bachelor's degree in commerce from the Mumbai University. He's also a chartered accountant and a cost accountant. He's a certified mentor coach and a qualified trainer for trainers in the field of leadership and personal effectiveness. He's a certified NLP trainer. He started his career with Larsen and Toubro, the largest engineering conglomerate, and then also worked for a long time with Prism Cement, where he was on the board of directors. As executive director, he was responsible for the cement business worth rupees 2,400 crores. During his career of 34 years, he's been responsible for business strategy, project conceptualization, new products, operations, financial management, so on. He's also a business coach, a trainer, and a mentor who helps managers to become leaders. Amar Salvi is a versatile human resource professional with over 24 years of experience ranging from concept selling, consulting, human resource, and training. He's an alumni of IIM Bangalore. He's a certified predictive industry analyst. He's been trained uh, by Think Buzan in mind mapping, and he's one of the few people in India who is certified in the Tony Buzan way. He's also been trained in Dale Carnegie's worldwide customer service and is a graduate in their Train the Trainer program. He's a certified life coach from Symbiosis USA and coaches individuals and students in their personal and professional development. Altogether, we are a team with more than 80 plus years of experience between the core members. Now, that is the kind of experience we bring to the table in TTS coaching. Here are the quick coordinates. You can reach me at 9870-1086-637. That's 9870-1086-637, which is an India number. My email's down there as well. Do write to us about your challenges. We would be more than happy to reach out to you and help you in making your organization one in which sustained excellence is a way of life. Thanks once again for joining me for this brief presentation. Do call me and let's get in touch. Cheers. Bye bye.